Another way that you get faster with your initial read of the passage is to not take as many notes. I find those who do best on reading comp typically take very few notes or none at all. And that's because it takes time to write things down. It takes time to read things as well. And on the digital LSAT, you can't even really mark freehand on the passage at all. You're limited to using the highlighting and underlining tools. That's it. So they don't work that well as well, by the way. They're not that precise. And so I wouldn't rely on them. They take time. And highlighting, is it taking notes? Not exactly. I would think of taking notes as really writing something down. So on the paper LSAT, which no longer exists in North America with very few exceptions, you would be writing or highlighting you would be writing by hand now on the passage. Now on the digital Flex LSAT, you're writing on scratch paper to the side and you're highlighting using their tool. And that takes time. It takes time to do that. It's a little bit imprecise. You may have experienced some frustration as it's not highlighting exactly what you wanted it to. And it may not actually be the right thing to highlight. You may not know that initially too. And so I think there's a cost there. And I would maybe want you to simply walk away with the main idea, the author's opinion, and note that. That's it, nothing more. And this can really help you to limit yourself to 3 minutes if you simply aim to read the passage, walk away with the main idea, and then order of approach, solve things in the order that makes the most sense. Meaning you're solving the main point question, the primary purpose question, any passage organization questions, author's tone, questions that are general in nature. Then you can do all the specific questions that are detail oriented, those involving a keyword or key phrase, those that involve line references. And although the published LSATs include line numbering, on the digital LSAT and the Flex, there actually aren't specific numbers associated because you can increase or decrease the text size, which would then mess up all the line reference numbering. So for that reason, they simply highlight it on both the question and the passage so you can jump, but they're still detail oriented in nature. Then finally, I would recommend doing all the inferential questions that require a little bit of reading between the lines, because those are going to be the hardest. I would do those last. And then finally, after those, actually, there's still some crazy difficult logical reasoning style questions involving things like parallel. And I would, of course, save those for last. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.